Dai family, may the perpetual peace of the Most High, the ancient ones, the ancestors, the messiahs, the gurus, the teachers, be a living daily experience for you. I really do pray that you are well in all your ways and that you are moving into living life in your own narrative. That is where you will be safe, that is where you'll be secure, and that is the only vehicle, family, that can take you to from this hell on earth and literally put you in heaven on earth, but in the same kind of place, moving you from the 3D world of anxiety, of fear, of, dissension, war, everything negative, duality, into a more union kind of based reality, which is absolutely a wholesome, a more mentally sophisticated and spiritually sophisticated reality. That's how I would describe the fifth dimension, family. But those are stories for other days. Special shout out to our Patreon family. Thank you so much for supporting us on that platform. We appreciate, love you so much. We're really, really grateful that you continue to walk this journey with us and make the show possible. Definitely consider purchasing our new single, family, Change Your Mind, on Gumroad to support the Wake Up Africa movement or the channel. Send us a love donation through PayPal as well, and we'll definitely give you a gift in the mail. And family, I just wanted to, there's someone who sent me an email about Amazon One. And it was talking about how, as Amazon One has actually, they've introduced their new palm scanning countless payments. They're making it look super cool. You know what I mean? Like Amazon is bringing pay with your palm to a load of new stores. And they talk about how, you basically just put your palm on the mother freaking whatever and you pay. I mean, mark of the beast much? Isn't this what we were told? So these are those times, family. They're rolling this technology now. But we were warned that when this technology comes, you'd better be taking yourself out of. But these are the signs. By the time they're now introducing the mark of the beast, take yourself out. And it's crazy because there's an energy center. Like people had thought that the mark would be here or something and you do this, but the fact that they've picked the palm, and the palm, there's like energy centers. Like this is almost like a chakra. It's an energy. There's a portal here. Some say that your heart is not just here, but it's also here. Eish. I hope you're seeing the signs, family. Because for me now, I'm not even involved in the news. I can't tell you what's going on day to day. But there's certain stories that just jump out at me or are revealed to me, and it's like, damn, it's about that time. It's about that time. But my time is being spent 99% of the time rooting myself in the new earth. And that was one of the reasons why I even had to reduce my programming, family, because I needed to get myself together, manifesting things of my desire. Because we're out of the 3D where externally, you see, in the 3D reality, when we had the Patreons, we still have the Patreons and the PayPals of this world because unfortunately we're still reaching people on that level. But we had to go outside of ourselves to be compensated for our manifestations, for our work. We couldn't get it ourselves. We couldn't get money ourselves. We couldn't just manifest it. But literally now, you can become a magician with your energy. If your energy is purified enough, if you're in a balanced enough position, you can literally become the magician of the magi of your own life and draw incredible abundance, incredible wealth. Like where I'm recording from, family, this is a place called The Collective, the private collective, which is housing the Dr. Mumbi kind of retreat and healing center. Something that has been rapidly manifested through my spirit, through a quickening of my spirit. And so when you start to see these signs, when you start to see these so-called wonders, this should make you even accelerate the process you're using to ensure that you're fully anchored in a totally different reality that is separate from Babylon. Because Babylon will only catch you if you're fully reliant on them. And as we wait for the 5D, the new earth to manifest fully, we may still have to interact with like Babylon's monetary systems, Babylon's online systems. But do it in a way where you're in this world, but you're not of this world. Like, I finally understood what that means. And times like this call for that. For us to know, because we were warned, the ancient ones left us the signs. Even with the whole corruption of the New Testament, even with things being taken in and out of the entire Bible, even with them choosing 66 books out of like 100 or 700 books as the ones that they would now use as part of their mind control religious psychosis on the people. Even with all that, family, they could not stop certain messages from the ones that saw this coming, the prophets of the past, the seers of the past, who talked about how in the end many would take the mark and would be unable to operate or conduct business or move in the Babylon world without the mark. And there's a lot that they're doing. And what I've realized is whenever Babylon is trying to, whenever they're bringing in some diabolical technology, they always make it so cool. Oh my God, thanks to advances in technologies like near-field communication and cloud computing are increasingly common. 2 years ago, Amazon debuted a device called Amazon One, which lets you pay for an item in a store with effectively just a wave of your hand. This makes it sound like the most beautiful thing in the world. But what will they have to put in your palm, or what are they scanning from your palm? Because that is your essence, family. And the thing is, you see, Babylon has been so systematic in the implementation of the New World Order. Because they didn't start implementing the New World Order now. They started maybe actually with the invasion of the motherland, Mama Africa, in the 1500s, is when they started bringing in this New World Order. And they've slowly been putting it phase by phase by phase. But they groomed us from when we were children. A lot of us who grew up in the 70s, 80s, and 90s were part of that wave now, where we were groomed to want the latest thing, to want this cool thing, to want that cool gadget, to feel like we need, like you'll see people lining up for 24 hours to get or for 2-3 days to get the latest iPhone. They groomed us. And when you think about it, it's like so sadistic to want these things. So that when something comes and they market it, because you see, even marketing, family, before, marketing was like you had to tell the truth. It wasn't acting. But all of a sudden, there was a total transformation where it's like smoking cigarettes. I'm sure you'd have heard that thing of how advertisers made it look cool for women to smoke cigarettes, to promote smoking cigarettes. And that's what created this massive wave of women who smoked cigarettes in like the 70s and 80s. That's just one example. So they groomed us to always want to jump onto the latest technology, the latest this, the latest that. And it's not anything new. There's nothing new under the sun. These guys are literally, the only powers they have is to re-engineer or reverse engineer, I mean. Because now they're implementing, and I feel like, let me know if you feel this as well in the comments below, but I feel like Babylon is like rapidly implementing all these different things. Like boom, 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 boom. Like they're not even taking a break because they're running out of time. And as Janet Jackson said, we're in a race between education and catastrophe for them. We're in a race between the awakening and the implementation of the New World Order. Everyone is competing for the group consciousness and the narrative. And everything Babylon is doing at this point is to entrap your soul. So please, family, don't fall for these quick gadgets and stuff like that. I really hope that if you've been watching my show for any kind of length of time, that this will just be a sign like, yo, okay, I really need to be getting ready. Because Amazon One, they've just started now, They're just bringing pay with your palm. Now they started a couple of years ago. Now they're bringing it to different stores. They're expanding to Whole Food stores across America. And they want to expand to 65 new sites. And you see, family, another thing, like as I wind up, is we have to recognize that everything has been a show. Everything related to Babylon has been a show. And the main actors have been the Bill Gates, the Elon Musks, these so-called billionaires, created billionaires. All of these are caricatures, family. They're not the ones in control. They're not the ones running anything. They just happen to, it's like Facebook. Facebook was a CIA operation. I mean, Zuckerberg looks more alien than anyone I've ever encountered, family. And he looks increasingly more alien as the years go by. You think Bill Gates just made Microsoft in his base, in his whatever garage, and made these billions from this technology? No, these are American CIA, FBI products, organizations, corporations that they use for soft power, both in their own country and across the world, to control the world and kind of have to not follow the rules because it's a corporation. It's Google that's coming to tell your government you can't do this and you can't do this. Otherwise, we're not going to bring our billion-dollar company to your country. So now it's like, because it's the corporations and these tech companies are taking over the world. And we saw it with, first of all, the whole US elections and how they literally campaigned Trump out. That's a whole other story. I'm not going to get into that. We saw it with the pandemic, where there was something I was watching where I think the US Senate or something was actually grilling one of the Twitter directors. And they were grilling them on how they had blocked doctors from the so-called Oxfords and the Harvards, doctors who have been practicing for decades, doctors who are internationally known, who have published all kinds of research. They were censored when they tried to tell people about the dangers of the Rona. Blatantly censored, some lost their accounts. And so the Senate was asking Twitter, are you guys medical doctors? Do you have a medical degree? So how are you making these decisions? And you see that the dynamics of the world have totally changed. Rome is falling, but Rome is trying to reinvent itself, just like they did when colonialism fell. They quickly reinvented themselves and created a neo-colonial agenda. So they moved from the slavery and the hard power to the soft power, where instead of physically beating people into submission, they started now mentally and psychologically grooming people into submission and into being slaves. So when I see Amazon One, it may be just a little thing, Someone sent it to me. Thanks to everyone that sends me all the amazing articles. Family, I don't watch any YouTube channels, any YouTube shows that you send me ever. So it just gets spammed. Whether it's, especially watch. My assistant just puts watch and in the subject line and selects like the 50, 100 videos that you guys share with me. I love hearing from you, but it would be so nice if you could actually just listen to me sometimes. And don't send me random stuff, man. I'm in a different reality. I'm moving in a different world. I'm really happy to hear from you, but send me articles. Send me... don't send me YouTube links, because I'm not going to watch that. Because if it's on YouTube, then it's being censored on one level or another. And we're aware of that. Anyway, those are stories for other days. If you would like to support the channel and the important work that we do, definitely consider supporting us on Patreon, where we do have exclusive daily content, or consider sending us a love donation, and we'll put a lovely gift in the mail for you. Until next time, tuko pamoja.
Hear a clarion call. It's time to rise and shine. Time to get what's mine, yeah. And I want it all, beyond the riches of the world, to the promises of God for my life. So I'm saying.